Hello Transformers fans, this is Victor Prime coming at you with another video review. And today we're going to be looking at the new Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Crosshairs. And I'm going to tell you, this figure, at first I was not really all that thrilled with, but I'm so glad I got him. And the reason was because the packaging, and I'm sorry I don't have it in the package, but the way they did is they did kind of like this. They had him looking like that, and I just was like, really? Really? That's how you package it and everything? So I really did not appreciate that. But what I learned is that sometimes the packaging does that, so they don't have to, uh, go to any efforts to fit all the pieces in and everything. But that looks 10 times better than what I saw in them. So don't let the packaging throw you off. Trust me, he's gonna look a lot better outside the packaging. Now, Crosshairs in the Age of Extinction movie is one of the last surviving Autobots, and he's like kind of like the sharpshooter of the Age of Extinction movie. Now, I won't tell you any more than that, so that I don't give away anything cool about the movie. Guys, go check that movie out. It is a really awesome movie. Age of Extinction. Please go check it out. You will not regret it. I promise you. Okay, so coming to talking about the figure itself, Crosshair's head. The only part that's really limited in this figure is his head, because you can just do this, and that's it. He doesn't move any more than that, which is a little bit, which limits his posing. Whoa, whoops. There we go. Another thing is that his stance is kind of hard to get and everything. He's a little bit tricky to stand up. As far as going to his arms, his whole arm does move up and down like this. His, other arm, lower arm right here goes up like this. Boom, 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 like this on a double, kind of like a double joint right here, which is actually kind of nice because it can, like I'm glad they did it instead of it just being like all, without the double joint. That's really nice because that helps you like get some really cool poses in. Same on this side. His wrist does move up and down, just like that, or left and right. And the really cool thing that I really like about his arms, let me take his gun out real quick, is you see right here, one type of control, and then if you move over here, it's another type. Like they're both, and this is movie accurate, by the way. In the movie, he does look, his arms do look like this. Like he has something different. And there, I think it's like the speakers or something, and then here is like the um, what's the word? Gauges that tell you how fast you're going and everything. So really cool how much detail they put into here. So coming into the back, you see this right here, and I know you're all going, wait, why? What a terrible backpack and everything. Well, for those of you guys who haven't seen the movie yet, this is actually supposed to represent a cape, like, thing on his back. But, and it looks pretty cool. I really like it. I like to pretend like he's flying, and these two sides actually do come out, so it kind of looks like, ooh, I got air under me, yippee! So it's really cool. It does move up and down. You can move it back and you can move it forth. So it's not limited. Like you have lots of different choices that you can do with it. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Right here. This is something I do not really like on the figure. I wish they could have put an Autobot symbol somewhere where it was right side up. But now it's upside down, and that just looks really goofy. Because what I would prefer almost, unless it's in the movie, that the Autobots don't have symbols on them. in car mode and they only have it in robot mode because sometimes it doesn't show. Optimus Prime, obviously, he has an Autobot symbol, but not all of them. This is added. This is Hasbro who's added these two symbols in. And I wish they could have, like, just made... This is okay, but if they added, like, another Autobot symbol here, I would really appreciate it. Because now we just got something that's upside down. The only time it's right side up is if you have him posing like this and you put his gun in right there, just like that. See, now it's right side up. But, you know, oh well, it's not terrible. Okay, so when we're coming to the legs are a little bit interesting. They don't go up and down completely. This, let's see if I can zoom in right here. This piece right here prevents that from happening. So what you have to do is you got to go like this. You see that? You can't just go up, down, up, down. You have to go just like that. His feet, and this is what kind of makes him hard to stand. This is really, really loose. I don't know if there's a way to tighten it. Let's see here. Oh, I get, maybe not. There might not be a way to tighten it without interfering, excuse my language, incorrect grammar, with the transformation. Let's see here. That's pretty much it as far as articulation goes. Oh, they do swivel like this. Here, like this, like that. So, though he is limited on some points, he's not limited on a lot, on everything, though, which is really, really nice. He does actually look movie accurate. Let's see. So, if we come to the back, he doesn't have that much of a backpack. A little bit, maybe right here. This might represent a backpack. I wish they had some way to change that, but, you know, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't affect the cool looking figure. He looks really, really cool. Let's see. So let me get my comparison guy. Let me come over here and get Bumblebee. Alright. Okay. So here you have, let me see if I can move him over without knocking him down. So here you have Deluxe Class Bumblebee and Deluxe Class Crosshairs. So as you can see, they scale fairly nicely. They're not, neither one is really that much taller than the other. So they look very, very similar. Let me see if I can do this maybe a little bit better. Let's see here. There we go. And Bumblebee's maybe slightly taller than Crosshairs, but they scale fairly nicely with each other, which is really cool. Alright, so there's two other things I wanted to show you about this figure. First of all, let me take Bumblebee out real quick, is his gun. This gun is really the only gun that works with him, even though you get three. You do get three guns. I know you're all going, well, wait, where's his guns? Well, hang on, bear with me for a couple more minutes. This gun is the only one that really works with him. Sorry to say, but it's the only one that you can really pose with him, because the other two, which are really, really, this is really cool. So, in the movie, he does have these flap things right here. And they do tuck in, like on this side. You see how it's tucked in right there? Well, what you can do, let me see. So, you see this piece right here. And, oh, this might be kind of tricky to show you. Let's see here. Right there, there's an opening where you can put this side piece into. Let's see if I can get it. It's kind of tricky, though. This is not something... It's probably not going to be too easy for beginning Transformer fans, but for those of you who like to have things completely movie accurate, they do provide that, and it does look okay with it. But then when you do that, then it limits this. Oh no, I guess it doesn't. I never realized that. I guess it doesn't really, kind of, and it kind of will pull it out if you keep doing it, but it still makes them look really, really, really cool. Alright, now, off to the side here, you will see another gun. Ooh, very cool. Very, very nice gun. Really, it's really cool. But, and it's the same on this side too, and what I really, really like about this figure is that it stores he can store all his guns in robot mode. See, it's the exact same gun. Let me see if I can put this on here real quick. Oh, come now, Crosshairs. Goodness me. Nope, and that one decided to pop out. Lovely. Okay. Oh, by the way, while I'm trying to transform this guy, or get this in here, I want to tell you something real quick. If you ever, like I told you guys in my Bumblebee review, I tend to go back in time with some figures. Like, I tend to review figures that are much older. Goodness, this is not working. But anyway, and if you look at that and you go, oh my goodness, what in the world is that? You can go to a website called Transformers Wiki, a fantastic website that contains the biographies of just about every single Transformer you can possibly think of. It is an amazing website. Now, I will caution you that there are some remarks on the pictures that they use that people have. They're funny, but they're not always very appropriate. So if you're parents and you're watching this, just check the check the page, because some of those pictures, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm lost for words again. When you see like the little subscript under the picture, it's not always appropriate, but it still does provide you with a awesome biography. So if you're a kid, please ask your parents. Just ask your parents before going online. Okay, so now I finally got, well, kind of. I mean, it still doesn't look great. I mean, it just, yeah. It's kind of hard to keep him in there. I mean, but that's how he looks in the movie. And I do believe that it pops out whenever he pops out a gun. So I'm going to leave these popped out. I was just showing you guys how that look. And they aren't easy to get in, so you can just fold those back right here. And I'm glad they made that so you don't have to have them folded out like that. But I am glad that they gave you that, just in case you want to be really movie accurate. Okay, so let me show you what happens when we put this gun in here. So for right now, it's staying, oh, well, now it stays in, but it's not very firm. That pops off really, really easily. And for me, who enjoys playing with these figures, having them pop out continually is very frustrating. Now check this out. When I take this gun, much more firmer. Really much better than these two guns. It is nice though, and I will give Hasbro this, that they decided to give us these two guns. Because he does use them in the movie, which is really cool, and I'm glad they did give us to them, even though we can't really use them that much. So, okay, well that's just about it for the figure. So, without further ado, let's get into the transformation. And this is also a great figure for beginners. Again, he's even easier to transform than Bumblebee. I know you guys are going, well, who's easier to transform than Bumblebee? Well, let me show you real quick how to do it, and hopefully you will agree with me. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is we gotta open these up, pull these flaps out real quick. We gotta store the guns in here, and let me see if I can show this to you. Yep, so I'll use the gun to point. Right here, there is a hole, and in that hole is where this piece is gonna tab into. So you're just gonna want to do that. And the holes don't hold the guns very well either. It's really that flap that really prevents the gun from falling out 24/7. That's why I usually do not open. I don't think I ever really keep the flaps open. So, let's see here. Just peg that in. Both sides are the exact same, which is really nice. Okay. Just like that. Oh, come now, Crosshairs. There we go. Alright. So, to start off, let's start off with the feet. What you're going to do is you're going to push both of these up. They don't have to be at the same time. I'm just going to do them so that way we can move a little bit quicker. And then these pieces down the bottom, you just fold up and push in on both sides. And then you turn the legs so that the wheels are facing opposite directions than each other, and then you're just going to push that in, just like that. Alright? Okay. Now, this is where it kind of, well, let's see. Not quite yet, but it's going to get a little bit trickier. And it's around this section that's kind of tricky to keep in place. So, first of all, you can't let him hold his gun. He has to take his gun out. But what you're going to do is you're going to pull this piece right here. You're going to pull it up, just like so. Then you're going to push these pieces down. And the arms you're going to want to just line it up. As you're pushing it down, make sure the arms line up like they should be. You see how those both are slanted? Make sure they're parallel to each other. And do the same thing on this side. Push this down. Go right here. Alright. And then, what you're going to do, and like I said, this is where it kind of gets a little tricky. Keep it, oh dear, this decided to pop out. So, keep it as straight as you can. You may have to adjust it a little bit, but keep it as straight as you can. So then what you can do, we'll take a break from this real quick, is you can, see these two little slots right here, and these two little things sticking out? Those are going to go together. So you're going to pinch those together. That's part of the reason, oh my goodness, this is not going to stick. Of course it decides to do this during a video review, but oh well. Life is life. Here we go. Boom. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Now, for the top... Well, actually, let's do this. This is actually better. I know it seems like I'm procrastinating it, but believe me, it's better to take care of this. So what you're going to do with it... Oh, my goodness. Wow, this is not going to stick together. Let's see here. Wow. I wonder why. It's being so just not listening right now. Sorry. I've transformed him a bunch of times and he's never given me this problem. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'm going to hold this so that way it doesn't come undone. It shouldn't be that hard. I don't understand why it's being that hard. Let's see. Is there a reason? Oh, you know why it might be? It has to... I guarantee you it's because this has to... Oh, wait, no. Okay, so, key thing. Make sure this is on top and this goes below it, okay? Key thing. This on top, this below. This piece right here. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you see this little thing sticking out? Let's see. That thing right there, it's going to go right into that hole. So sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it's behaving so badly. You do the same thing on both sides. Okay. Now for the... This wasn't supposed to be the tricky part, but it ends up being it for some reason. So now for the kind of weird part. Or the kind of tricky part. So what you're going to do is you're going to straighten out his shoulders. And you're going to make it as even as you can. And push this all the way down. That way you get a knot until you get this smooth surface right here. And then you're going to push in both of these pieces till they lock in right there. And you got to make sure that these are together like this. Just push those in. Now it does have a tendency to kind of give you trouble with this part. This part actually this is the easiest time I've had with this, but this part right here tends to want to be kind of moody. Like it doesn't want to do what you're telling it to do. Okay, so with the arms, if you see this piece right here, you're going to connect it right into that little slot right there. Okay? And you do, kind of like on the Bumblebee figure with the doors and everything, you do have to push that up. See, there it goes. There it goes. When you're trying to put the arms in, it tends to, you see that little tab right there? It tends to go under that. I don't know why. It's really weird. Goodness. Hang on, let me untab this real quick. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright. You kind of have to, like, keep a firm hand on this to prevent it from popping out. I don't know why it's so challenging. But like I said, this part is really, really tricky. It tends to not want to listen to you for some reason. So what you have to do is you gotta just kind of push it down. You gotta push it down really hard. And this is the only part that I think would be hard for beginners. And even for like experienced people like me, it's kind of hard. Okay, that side's done. Well, let's hope the other side's that easy. Come on. Oh, come now. Ah, there it goes again. All right. Sorry, guys. What was supposed to be a quick transformation turned out to be a little bit long. Okay, there you go. Now you've got Crosshairs in his Camaro mode. Camaro. In his Corvette mode. Obviously, this is not a Camaro mode. Clearly, I need to review my cars again, huh? But really, really nice Camaro. And I love these stripes right here. I like how it continues. I see how he's got stripes on this side. Like I said, now the Autobot logo is there. But it is so cool. One other thing I forgot to show you guys, and I'll show you guys right now, is that the gun does go with him. Or does fit under the car. So you see these little pieces right here? There is one protruding little stub right there. And you can choose either one. It can go on this side. Well, I guess it has to go on one or the other side. Yeah, I guess you could have it on that side. It's easier on this side, though. Because that way these aren't messing with his arms. So there you go. You have now Transformers, Age of Extinction, Deluxe class, Crosshairs into his awesome Corvette mode. I'm sorry, I don't even know where Camaro came from. But anyway, really, really cool figure. He really is. I'm sorry this review is kind of taking a long time. And he rolls okay on, I'm just noticing this, he rolls okay on more of a hard surface than he does on just a... Oh, okay, I guess he does kind of roll in there. He kind of needs more of a rough surface to run on, though. But it does roll easily. It's not, there's no friction preventing him from rolling. So he rolls great. Just rollability. Okay, now, for size comparison, let me get out Swindle again. Because Swindle is transformed. And I love it when I have Transformers transform. And one of the things you will learn about me is that I don't like transforming figures. Or, I do when they're quick and easy. That's why I kind of like Crosshairs. But he's challenging to the point where I'm like, is it really worth it to transform this guy? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, well, he's kind of tricky. So, alright, sorry, I'm trying to get Swindle ready. Alright, so here's how he scales next to Swindle. Whoa, gosh. There we go. Alright, so, pretty nice scaling. Not that bad. Not that bad. Oh, and you got the nice Corvette symbol here, too, which is really, really cool. He actually looks really great. His modes, his robot mode and his car mode, excellent. However, the transformation is not that easy. And well, gosh, I'm contradicting myself. It is easy for the most part. It's just this part that's a little bit trickier. Bumblebee is stepwise. It takes more effort to do that. However, transformation-wise, he might even be a little bit easier. I'm almost thinking if I told you guys wrong. Really, the key thing you gotta watch out for when transforming him are these sides. These are just so hard to keep in line, and I don't know why. I wish I could tell you guys why, but I don't. But I will tell you, though, I do recommend picking him up. He's the same price as Bumblebee, about $17. He is an awesome addition to a collector's piece. And it just takes a little bit of practice. It's not too terribly difficult. It does take a little bit of practice. He is a great figure for beginners. I would totally recommend him for beginners. Parents, just be careful about these two sides. That's really the trickiest part. And pushing these in. Like on Bumblebee, they're just really tight. It's nice, but it's kind of difficult to do. So, there you have it. Transformers, Age of Extinction, Deluxe Class Crosshairs. And without further ado, I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And this is Vector Prime saying over and out.